What is up, guys? I know it's been a few days since I've covered anything on Black Ops 7 Zombies, but today I'm going to kind of put it all together real quickly into this video, what they've released in the past few days. And because I need to go to work soon, so I can't really spend too much time on this, but this is very interesting. And also we got an intro cutscene for the map Paradox Junction, and I think it's very, very good. Makes me pretty excited, actually. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to cover is the images they released. The first one they released was what really looks like a plague hound from Black Ops Cold War. We had the plague hounds. They were a decent variant of the hellhounds. I didn't mind them. I thought they were fine. I thought they were a little too easy, to be honest. I think from Black Ops 3 onward, the Hellhounds were too easy, in my opinion. They should be a lot harder. Black Ops 1, they actually made me afraid. I miss those times. I hope they're decently hard. I doubt it, though, because everything's much easier now. But the Plaguehounds, you can see it has this, like, green stank coming off of it, and it's also red as well. But people have noted that the actual like head of the hound here looks like a regular hound, like a hellhound. So maybe it's a new variant. I've heard people say that's possible. Maybe it's like an acid hound or something. I don't know how that'd be any different, or something else. I don't know, but cool. I like that. I like that we're getting a form of hellhound back. That's actually what I wanted. I didn't think they would make a new enemy. You know, I had a feeling they're gonna be reusing some stuff. So I'm sorry for my voice. I'm just really tired, but that's cool. You know, that's fine. And the next image, just speaking of reusing things, there's another thing that they're reusing. Not just the map and the hounds, but something kind of exciting. But onto the next image, we got the caption here says, "Beware those voices. This is no place for children." And there's a kind of like rift, like a tear in reality here. It kind of looks like glass, and also it looks like a portal to the greenhouse of Nuketown. And this is something I totally forgot about in my first video, but you know, there were leaks talking about how this map is going to work. I wasn't sure if it was legitimate or not, but now it kind of seems like it, especially with this new multiplayer map that just came out for the season. I think it's called Torment, something like that. But I was watching gameplay of it, and they're definitely gonna just either they took these assets from the Nuketown Zombies map, or they're gonna take it from that multiplayer map. But there's portals that look very similar to this image in that multiplayer map that makes you teleport between points in the map. So obviously, it's like it kind of feels a little lazy, to be honest. But I don't know which, you know, where they took it from. Did they take it from the Nuketown map, put it in the multiplayer map, or did they take it from the multiplayer map, put it in the Nuketown map? Who knows? But that is definitely how it's going to look, the portals in Nuketown, which is, I'm glad, because that means it's going to be seamless. It's not going to be like, you know, another Vanguard portal where it's a loading screen. Like, to me, that's annoying. I was so fearful of that being the case, and I really don't think it is going to be anymore, which I'm glad. Still, I don't really like, I don't know if it's a hot take, but I don't really like portals in zombies maps. It just makes the map feel a lot smaller than it really is. I like to actually explore the map, you know? Anyways, so we got portals. We're going to have, so the leak says we're going to have portals between 3 Nuketown maps. I don't really know how it's going to work. Maybe one's going to be Alpha Omega. I just hope they're all very distinct from each other, because that would be pretty boring. And then the next image they release, which is the one that kind of got me excited, and just I had to make a video on it, but The caption says, "Let them be torn asunder." This is all from Treyarch's Twitter, by the way. And the image is the Blundergat from Mob of the Dead. My favorite zombies map of all time. And this is my favorite wonder weapon of all time. I love the Blundergat. I almost feel like the Blundergat is like it's kind of like the shotgun of video games that got me into shotguns in video games. I think it's so cool. I think it's very unique and overpowered as well, but it also takes skill to use. I'm talking about the Acid Gat mostly because that's what that's what most people use. But also in Blood of the Dead, I thought they did a great job with the Magma Gat. I love the Magma Gat. And if it's the Magma Gat, okay. But honestly, it should be something different. It should be a new Blundergat. And in the image, it just looks like, kind of looks like the regular one. I mean, there's some yellow here, which I don't think the original one had, which is interesting. But besides that, it looks pretty normal. So I'm very, very curious to see what this is exactly. But this map is obviously a fusion between Mob of the Dead and Nuketown. And I don't know, it could be really good. I saw this comment on this video I was watching, and they said, what if they're taking this as a challenge and they're trying to make the best map ever? Since the other Nuketown maps were mediocre in most people's opinions. I like them more than most people. I liked Alpha Omega, I liked the original Nuketown, so I'm not too torn up about it, but I hope to God this is like something amazing. But anyways, then they released this image for the trailer, or not trailer, but the intro cinematic, and then they released the intro cinematic, and it's amazing. I don't know, it kind of gave me chills, not gonna lie. I think the Warden he might be the most interesting COD Zombies villain ever. It kind of started out with Samantha and Richtofen. Samantha, at first we thought she was a full-on villain because we didn't have enough of the story, in Black Ops 1. And then, then it was revealed it was, Richtofen and Samantha was a victim. But even then, they were great villains. Richtofen was great. The Shadow Man, I like the Shadow Man, but he was a little more one note. I think he was the most one note villain of them all. He was just, it was cool that he tricked the Shadows of Evil crew into helping him, but besides that, he was, just evil for evil's sake. But the Warden seems to be, and Dr. Monty, that twist, I thought it was cool that he was actually, screwing with the characters and stuff. But still, I think the Warden is more interesting than all of them, save maybe Richtofen. Because he has like this, I've seen people mention this, he has like this aura about him, like when he comes into a room. It's kind of like when he comes into a scene, he's scary. And also, we don't really know what his ultimate plan is. Like in the intro cinematic, he kind of says he's trying to save everything, in a way. So, yeah, how is that going to work? Since he's kind of, I don't know, he seems pretty evil, and he's in control of the Dark Ether. And also in the trailer, it seems like it's Ava Jansen. I think it's Jansen from Modern Warfare Zombies. I really didn't get into Modern Warfare Zombies, so I don't, I'm sorry, I don't know most of the story of Modern Warfare Zombies, but I know that she was taken into the Dark Ether through like a mirror, and it was the Shadowsmith, and we didn't know who it was at the time, but it was the Warden, if you go back and look at the cutscene. So that's cool. And this kind of confirms that she is, because in the trailer he says something like, "Oh, you helped those worms. You know, you help those worms get my pets free," or something like that. And so that kind of just confirms that she's the entity, because who's been helping us, get his other Shadow Smiths free? The entity has. And so I think that confirms it. I don't understand why I haven't seen other YouTubers say that, but she is definitely the entity. I think so anyways. I think it would be cool if it was Samantha. I kind of miss Samantha, honestly, like I don't know, the regular Samantha, not the grown-up one. But obviously this is an adult here, but that'd be cool if it was like an alternate version of Samantha, not from Cold War. But anyways, so that intro cinematic is very interesting. And then we see the characters, fly off from the nuke, and the nuke has like a mouth, so maybe the nuke is the boss. I don't really understand how that would work, but that'd be really cool. Anyways, the map kind of smells, it's a little smelly, okay? We got the Plague Hounds, we got the Blundergat, we got a bunch of reused assets. This is reminding me of, and I hope it's not true, but DLC 2 of Black Ops 6, I can't even remember the map's name right now, I'm so tired. But the worst map in the game, and it was still kind of fun, but they brought back the ice staff, and it was, I don't know, it was just kind of, it was like an in-between map. It was not good, it was tiny, there was nothing interesting about the map, honestly. The Easter egg was whatever, like, and the boss was just unbalanced. It was not great. But yeah, anyways, that is those are all the updates from Treyarch about the next Zombies map coming out, Paradox Junction. We're getting a we usually get a trailer, like we'll probably get the trailer on Tuesday, I think, right? So we got the intro, and now we'll get the trailer soon, and then I think a week after that the game releases, or not the game, the DLC releases, right? So I'm pretty excited. I'm especially for the Blundergat. So let me know what you guys thought about the new intro, and are you excited to see the Blundergat and the Plague Hounds come back? Like, what do you think about that? I think it's fine, but could have been, of course it could have been better. They could have had, they just need a zombies game where everything is new. Like, please Treyarch, why you got to keep reusing everything from every game? But whatever, it could be good, could be fun. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe, and I gotta get ready for my dumbass job. All right, see ya.